In today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful, trendy, high-low flare crop top. If this is something you're interested to learn, you want to keep on watching, and let's get started. This is a beginner's friendly tutorial. I'll use a simple method in achieving this blouse. So let's dive into today's tutorial. So guys, I will use one of my leftover fabric to make this blouse. You'll be needing at least 2 yards of fabric if you want to achieve this blouse. The folded part of this fabric will serve as the center front and my center back. Okay, so I have about two of it and I place them together as you can see. So first thing I want to do now is to first take the length I'll be needing for the blouse. So the length I want for the blouse is 22 inch. So from the tip, you place your tape at 22 and mark. So I'll use the 22 inch to make a circle, but make sure your tape is placed at the upper part there, that is at the tip. Remember, my fabric is not placed in a bias form. This is on a fold, okay? It's just on a fold, and I have two of the fabric as you can see. You get. So I'm going to continue marking 22 inch, then I'll connect those points to give me a circle. After connecting, I'll cut it out just like this. I also noticed the other side was not straight, so I'll just make a straight line using my scissors. I'll just cut it straight. So I'm done cutting. As you can see, next thing I want to do now is to divide my round chest measurement by 4. So divide your round chest measurement by 4. Whatever you get, you mark it. So I marked mine, and from the tip, I'll place my tape to the point I marked. I got 6.5. I'll use the 6.5 to make a circle. Okay, so after connecting a round circle like so, the next thing I want to do is to cross check my measurement. So after cross checking, I had excess, but I'll trim it out later. So what you want to do now is to note the back as well. You're going to note the both side, identify the both side like so using your chalk. So after doing that, I'm going to place my tape, then I'll come down by the same 6.5 inch. I'll use it to make a circle just like this. Remember I said one will be for the back and one will be for the front. So once I'm done with that, next thing I want to do is to come down by my armhole depth. So my armhole depth is 7.5. So I mark 7.5, like just place your tape, then come down by your armhole depth. If your armhole depth is 9 or 8, you should just mark like so. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to get the halter neckline. So from the point where I marked, I went up by 3 inch. Okay, and for the neck width, I'll mark 3.5, just like this. Can you see? So what I want to do is to connect from the neck width to my armhole depth. Okay, I'll connect from my neck width to my armhole depth, then from my neckline to the neck width, just like this. Can you see? This is very simple, guys. So now that I'm done with this, next thing I want to do is to cut it out. After cutting both the front and back piece, you can see what I have. So the next thing I want to do is to make sure I drag up the side so I will have equal length at the hem part on the side. Okay, so after dragging, I'm going to cut this excess. So after cutting, ensure your both side is well placed. Make sure they align. Then you cut the excess you have at the bottom back of your flare. Also notch the center front. And for the back neck width, I marked 3.5. Yours could be 4 inch if you are bigger in size, then 4.5 to 5 inch if you are very fat, like very fat. Also notch your neck width after you are done marking. Then we take your round chest measurement. So you can see the excess I have. You must have excess. You must, because it's a round circle flare. So you must have excess at that point. I've already marked the excess, which is 3 inch on both sides. Okay. So I will retake the front piece as well. I will take the measurement I have there, and I had excess of 3 inch on both sides, which I will still trim out, but that will be later. Okay. So now that I'm done cutting, this is what I have. This is the front, as you can see. Next thing I want to do is to get the high flare we have in front. Okay, so I went up by 1.5 inch. because my blouse length was 22. I don't want it too short. But if your blouse length is 24, you can come up by 2.5 to 3 inch. Okay. So I marked 1.5. You can see where I started my cut from. So when cutting, I had to leave space for my folding allowance. Okay. So I've gone ahead to cut it out. As you can see, this is what I have here after I was done cutting. Now I'm done with the front piece. I'm done cutting the front piece. Now this is how it looks like when you open it up. Remember to notch your center front. At that point, remember to notch it. So I also went ahead to cut this trend strap. Okay, so what I have there is 2 inch, but I later trim it out. I had 1.5 inch after I was done trimming. The length there was 25 inches, I think. All right, so what I want to do now is to head over straight to my sewing machine. Then I'm going to place the strap like this. Right side of the strap should face the wrong side of your blouse. Then go ahead and sew. Okay, so now remember to give it a slash. Just slash the center front at least with half inch. Slash it with half inch, then go ahead and sew. Okay, so if I should explain on how to go about this, you might be confused. So what I want to do is to take you guys to my sewing machine. So I will show you how you should go about the attaching of the strap. Okay, I'll just show you guys on how you can sew it. So this is me on my sewing machine. So you're going to place the wrong side of your blouse. Okay, just place the wrong side of your blouse and also place the right side of your strap, then stitch with half inch. Look what I'm doing here. You are not sewing this from the right side of your blouse, rather sew from the wrong side of your blouse and place the right side of your strap just like you see me doing here, then stitch with half inch. Remember I said your strap should be 1.5 inch width. Do you get? So for the length, you can make it up to 30. If you have any excess at the end, you cut out after calculating. So after sewing with half inch, I went ahead to notch. You're going to notch this for the sake of the curve we have on the neckline side. Okay, so you give it a very nice notch. So after notching, what you want to do now is to make a top stitch by making one side of the strap to lap the other. So if you know where you want your strap to face, like if you know the side you want it to lap, just go ahead and fold that side first. Okay, so I want the right hand side of my strap to lap the other side. So what I did was to fold first. I'll fold the right hand side of my strap. You can see what I'm doing here. You just fold the right side of your strap, then fold the other one and use the right side of your strap to cover it. Okay, you can see what I'm doing here. You first fold the other side, then fold the other side as well. Use the other first fold you have, then lap it on this one, so you will make a top stitch. So you can make a top stitch. Okay, so this is how you will continue doing it until you get to the edge of the other side. Can you see? If you don't understand what I'm saying here, just look what I'm doing or you watch what I'm doing so you'll be able to understand this very well. So I'm going to also explain how you can go about the other one, just in case you're yet to understand my first explanation. You get? So I'll go ahead and continue sewing till I get to the edge of this one. Okay, so if you've watched to this point, kindly hit on the subscribe button for me. Subscribe to this channel, Style by Kosi, so you'll be notified anytime I upload new videos. I've gone ahead to finish the sewing of the other side. So I want to sew this other side now. All right. So you turn the wrong side of your fabric. This is the strap. I will have to measure from that edge to the other side. Can you see what I'm doing here? I'll just measure, then I'll start the sewing from this one. When sewing, ensure you separate your center front neckline where you notched. You get? You know we slashed half inch inside. So when sewing this one, ensure you separate it. Do not sew on top of the other one, okay? Avoid any mistake. All right, so you go ahead and stitch with your half an inch. I've gone ahead to stitch this side, So give it a notch. Okay, don't forget to notch for the sake of the curve we have around the neckline area. So notch. Okay, so after notching, guys, this is what I will do. So I want it to lap like so. So I will first fold the side I want to lap on the other one, then also fold in the I'll fold in the rough edge I have, then use the other side of the strap to cover it up so it could lap like so. Can you see? Just like we sew our bias. This is like form of piping. Just go ahead and take your time and do it very well. Do you get? So just continue, folding and sewing until I get to the other point. Please ensure you watch this video to the end. Do not fast forward this video so you're able to not to understand everything I did or say here. Like some of you will watch video and after watching you will come in the comment section and start asking, please ma'am, how many yards did you use for this? Perhaps I already stated that I used my leftover fabric and also advice on how many fabric you should use, but some of you will still come and ask me. But no worry, if you ask me, I will still answer you because what, I'm your tutor, so I had to, tutor you very well. And if you have any question, please don't mind what I'm saying. Just ask me any question in the comment section. Okay. So now when you get to the center front where you notched, you should make sure you separate the other rope or strap. Make sure you separate it, then go ahead and sew just like this. You get.
We shared the pieces of ourselves, it's perfect timing now. We fueled the flames, but we're still learning to trust, learning to trust. It's never enough, never enough. Burning me up, burning me up. Don't fight.
So guys, after sewing, this was what I had. So you will have to choose how you want it to lap. Okay, you can see what I'm doing here. So after doing that, you should use your pin to secure it in a place. Okay, just use your pin to secure this in a place. The next thing you want to do is to attach this strap to the back. Okay, so before you do that, remember the off shoulder I removed was 6.5 inch. So you will multiply it by 2 plus 1 inch, okay, for your stitching allowance. I'm going to do that. What I have here was 12.5 inch. I'll use it like that, but yours you should add extra 1 inch for your stitching allowance or for your joining allowance. So now the next thing I want to do now is to place the back piece. This is the back. So I'm going to use this chalk to mark where I notched so it's very visible for everyone to see. That is where I notched and I've already marked. So what I want to do now is to place the front piece right side facing each other, and I'll place the strap, use my pin to hold it in a place. When placing your strap, ensure it's straight and ensure it's well placed so that after placing you won't have rough rope or a rope that isn't straight. You won't have it. So go ahead and hold with your pin. You can see I'm checking my is well placed and straight. My rope is straight. So what I did was to also place this straight band. This is band. I'll use it for the piping of the neckline. So I'm going to place it right side facing each other. Then I will stitch. Okay, I'll stitch till I get to the other end using 1/2 inch. After stitching, I'll also fold and make a top stitch. So no need notching this one. This one does not have any curve. Alright, just round like that. So no need making the notch there, making a notch there. So just go ahead and sew. So after sewing, I'm going to, fold again. I'll just fold again. I'll fold like 3 times. Then I'll make a top stitch just like this. You should sew very well so yours will come out very fine and neat. So when folding, ensure your strap is outside. Okay, ensure your strap or rope is outside. All right, and make sure everything is straight. Okay, so continue doing this till you get to the other end. All right, so guys, after sewing, this is what I have. Can you see? This is what I have after I was done sewing. So now that I'm done, the next you want to do is to cross check your chest round measurement. So I advise you take the measurement of your round chest, okay? I've divided mine into two. I marked it, then divide the remaining inches and also marked it. So I'll use this 3 inch for the shaping. You know this is flay now, so you might have excess after cutting, so that is why it's very necessary to cross check, then use the inches you have for your shape, for your shaping allowance. Okay, so this is what I have here. What I want to do now is to sew through the direction of the chalk. Remember, it's 3 inch. Whatever inch you have, just use it straight, mark it straight, or use the 3 inch to shape your dress. Do you get what I'm saying? If you don't understand, you can ask in the comment section. Let me explain better. Okay, so you are going to sew through the direction of the chalk. I mark the chalk on the other side, so I'll just continue stitching until I get to this end. Okay, so now that I'm done, I will have to trim out the excess, so I will have only half inch left. Right, I don't want much excess, so I'll just trim it out just like this, then I'll weave it later. Do you get? Now you have to fold the hem part, just hem the bottom of your blouse, hem it like this. Okay, you just fold and hem. So after doing that, I'll wear it, so I'll show you guys how it looks like. This is the final result, just watch. And this is the final result of our beautiful circle flay with halter neckline dress. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Don't forget to hit on the subscribe button so you always be notified anytime I upload new video. Thank you for watching and bye.